I just want to talk about something that I've been running into lately. And that is that you need to realize that some people have no idea how powerful they are. None. Because I have been interacting with these same people, day after day, a couple days in a row. And I can feel them. I can feel them so much that I know what they're thinking and I know how they feel. And it's rage. And it's frustration. And there is positive and negative in everything that we do and are. None of us are perfect. But all I gotta say is if you are feeding a thought, feeding a feeling, so what that means is if you have a thought going on in your head repeatedly, you're feeding it. You're having a conversation with it. You have on repetition that negative thought. And it could even be making stories up. Like for example, let's just say, your friend didn't put your shoes back. And that aggravates you. So you start telling the story of why it aggravates you that they should be put back in a certain place. And then your storytelling goes into, well, she did it because of this and this and this, and she wanted to piss me off. And she probably pissed me off because, 2 months ago, I didn't do this and this with her, and this is called a story. And yet that's your mind. And that's what's going on up here. So are you feeding stories, growing them, making things up? And then this emotion takes over your body. And did you know that it radiates from your body the more you build and build and build it up? So if you have frustrations, aggravations, anger going on, and you're feeding it, letting it ramble, giving it your focus, and then you're building this emotion in your body, you're radiating it. Everyone can feel it. It's just some people don't know what it is. And some people do. But when you allow a negative thought, feeling, emotion inside of you, you're radiating that. That's the energy you're putting off. That's the energy that you're creating. That's the energy that you're putting out into the world. That's why they say being mindful is very important. And I tell you what, I learned it. I think that took me 2 years to learn that one. To really be honest with you, to be mindful. Because that's how you create. That's why people say that you're a manifester. You're manifesting. Because you're creating in your moment. You're creating. So anyways, back to running into these couple of people that are doing that stuff. I don't think they realize how big they are. And so lately, I've been shifting and changing. And my energy has been changing. Well, the energy around is changing, so I'm learning how to change with it. And all the little tricks and techniques I usually do, it's not been working. So I know I have to go dive back in deep. And do you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to go back to my basics. I got to pull those out, look at them again, because now that I'm shifting and changing, I go back that. Because that's going to help me navigate through this new shift. That's going to help me navigate going, okay, so what works, what doesn't work? And figuring out what I got to do with the energy. Because now the things that I used to do for a couple years, it's not working anymore. And the scariest part is it's been negative energy, like bad. Like it's one person, it was heavy stuff. Heavy. And it was all trapped energy that they've been feeding. And they're really great people, but they have no idea what they're doing. But energy is contagious. So all I gotta say is be mindful and be aware of your energy. What are you putting off? What are you feeding in your head? Because that's radiating through your day. I give you different phrases, different words to understand what is going on in your head. What are you feeding? So what are you radiating, vaping? And I know sometimes we can't stop our thoughts, because you can't. If you do, it becomes a hard, rambling mess. But you can pick a focus point. And when you find yourself going off, go back to your focus point. You find yourself going off, go back to a focus point. And find your words. Find your words to where you want to be. So you're not radiating this frustration, this aggravation. Because now I'm running into more and more people that are doing that. And you know what that's telling me? People don't know. And I need to let them know what they're doing. Be mindful. Pick your focus point. Understand what's going on in your mind and your body. So you can be the walking change. So you can bring balance to you and your surroundings.